Hey guys, welcome back. So I have got a video for y'all today on this cutie right here. This is the It Cosmetics It Girl Beauty Book Volume 6. These are so fun. I have not gotten every single one of these over the years, but I've gotten most of them. So I have lots of videos on my channel over these. So I will try to remember to look them up and link them down below for you, but you could also just search my channel as well to see videos of past years of these. Editing in to add some important information. And thank you so much to Emily Noel 83 for pointing this out in a TikTok. The contents of this year's palette is the same as last year's palette, down to the names of the products, the things that are in there, that's the same. The middle stuff is the same, like the blushes, the lipsticks, the highlighter. Let me just show you quickly. There is that. So those are the same. And then the shadows are the same as well. So that's good to know. I'm still not upset that I got this year because then I have like fresh products. I really like the stuff in here. And I do love this pinky metallic packaging better than last year's, but I mean I would have preferred if it were different, you know, products inside. But if you missed last year's and you really wanted it, then you have the option to get it this year in this kind of packaging. So just FYI, the contents are the same from last year to this year's, but I think these are so cute. This packaging this year though, oh my goodness, I'm in love with it. So I am going to quickly do a little mini review and show you some just really quick swatches on this palette and kind of like a quick look at it, let you know my overall thoughts, and then we're gonna do this look together. So we're gonna do a little get ready with me using this beauty book, and so you can kind of see the products in action. So if you are new here, my name is Leslie. Welcome. I love to do reviews, get ready with me's, new at the drugstore, favorites, empties, just a lot of fun stuff here on my channel. So if you're new, I would love it if you hit that subscribe button and stuck around for a while. I'd love to have you here on my channel. So yeah, we are chatting about the It Girl Beauty Book. So let's get to it. Okay, so the retail price of this is $75, but the price kind of varies on QVC, like they'll put it on, you know, sale and whatnot. I can't remember if it's available on It Cosmetics website, but wherever I can find it, I will link it down below for you. And then here is the, I didn't even tell you, there's the outside box. So cute, totally looks like a gift, adorable. And then here is the palette itself. So it has this really beautiful pink metallic packaging to it. I love that. Nice and sturdy, good size. I would say good for travel. It does show fingerprints, but I mean, you can just wipe it off and it's still beautiful. And there are 3 different sections of this palette. So let's start with the first one. So you get 3 different concealer options there, a fair light, a medium tan, and a tan rich. You get the Bye Bye Pores pressed powder, and then you also get the Bye Bye Pores bronzer in beach. I say this in the get ready with me portion. The Bye Bye Under Eye is not my favorite concealer. It's a very thick, full coverage concealer, and it just has that thick texture to it, so it's not my personal favorite. For the face, I like it, but for under eyes, which is the main area that I use concealer, it's not my favorite, but I do like it for the rest of my face. I love the Bye Bye Pores. Such a beautiful smoothing powder. This is one of my go-tos for touch-ups. It's not necessarily my go-to for initial first setting my makeup, but for touch-ups later in the day, I love it. The Bye Bye Pores bronzer, great texture to it, beautiful. This has a really pretty color to it. Let me show you some swatches. There are the concealers. Very pretty. I really like that this one kind of has, like, I'll use these together in the get ready with me. You'll see me use it. So I use this one first, which is really the best color match for me, like tone wise or depth of color. But then I use a little bit of this for the peachiness. And then there is the Bye Bye Pores pressed powder. And then there is the bronzer. I love the tone of that bronzer. Really nice texture to it. It's a good one. This has got to be my favorite section of the palette because I love that blush and that highlighter. So beautiful. They look gorgeous on the face. They have a great texture to them. So this is the It Girl blush in Heartfelt. You get lip colors in Je ne sais quoi, Pure Joy, and Bliss. And then you get the, I think it's Hello Light. I'm already starting to wear that off, in Brilliant. So pretty. So there's the blush. So I swatched the kind of top section of it, the bottom, and then I kind of, you know, rubbed it all together, and you can kind of see like a combo swatch of all the parts together. So beautiful. It has this gorgeous glow. Here are the lip colors. They're really pretty too. And then look at that highlighter. It's this gorgeous pinky highlighter. Ooh, I love it. It's so good. Last up, the kind of eye section. So you get basically an eye base at the very top. You get 9 shadows there, and then you get the Universal Taupe brow powder, and then also the Superhero powder liner. So nice. Now the thing with, I say this in the Get Ready With Me also, is the thing with IT Cosmetics shadows is, or IT Cosmetics in general, it's not that intense artistic sort of makeup. It is more of that everyday enhancing your natural beauty, not over the top sort of makeup, just really beautiful and enhancing. So looking at the swatches there, I mean, these are still really pigmented shadows. They have a really nice texture to them, very forgiving on the lids. Now these, I think you could kick them up a notch, and I mean, they still look very pigmented there. But if you're a makeup junkie, you know that there can be some shadows that are just crazy pigmented and look really intense on the eyes. These are not that, but they're still nice and pigmented and a great formula. There is that kind of base for your shadows. Here is the brow product. That's great. I really like that. And then look how pigmented that liner is. So good. So you'll get to see all these in action in the Get Ready With Me. So overall thoughts on this, I'm a big fan of this. I think the quality is really nice. I especially love the blush and the highlighter, but I am impressed with the rest of the products. I think it's a good little palette, and I love the packaging this year. I think that's one of the main things I really like about it this year. But I also like the shadows in there this year. I think those are really, really pretty. So I think it's a really fun little set. I'm happy with it. I would personally recommend it, but I'm always pretty much a fan of these. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the palette. That's my little mini review. So now we're gonna get to the Get Ready With Me. Let's get to that. Okay, so I'm gonna start by using the brow product, the Universal Taupe there. Let me find a brush I can use for my brows. And I'm going to use that product to fill in my brows. And I did already apply foundation and some eyeshadow primer. When I first started filling in my brows, because I didn't for forever, and looking back, I'm like, oh dear. Looking at those pictures, I'm like, oh, I needed brows. But when I first started filling them in, I pretty much always used a powder, and then I started doing different things like pomades and pencils and stuff, but powder really does give you that kind of just soft, natural sort of look, and I really like this color. I think it goes well with my hair. Oh, my camera battery is already blinking at me. I thought it would last a little bit longer. I do have a backup, so we're just gonna let it keep going. At some point when it dies, switch it out. I really like that. That worked very well, and I love the color. That's so good. Now for eyes. So I'm going to start by setting my eyeshadow primer with the Superhero. It's already starting to wear off. I think it's like a foundation, but it says cashmere. It's basically like a base for your shadows and works really well to set your eyeshadow primer. That's why I've already worn away the word, because I really like this product. Now with the shadows, there's really not a good blending shade for me, so I'm just going to use the bronzer as kind of my first step for the eyes, and I'm going to apply a little bit of bronzer into my crease and kind of all over my lid too, I think. And this bronzer works really, really well on the eyes. Like, I like the tone of it, I like the color, and it blends well. Now I'm going to use some of Spirit, that kind of burgundy rose gold kind of color. Kind of shake off my brush, put some of this in my outer corner and kind of outer half of my lid. That is really pretty. I like that a lot. Now for lid shade, you know, IT Cosmetics is not known for bright, crazy, intense makeup. It's just kind of about enhancing your natural beauty, so it's softer. It's just not as over the top, you know what I mean? So I usually use pretty over the top lid shades, but I'm gonna take, oh, there it went, holding too many things. I'm gonna use Chili right there. And I'm gonna get this with some setting spray and apply it kind of on the inner half of my lid. See, that's really pretty. You can definitely kick them up a notch with some setting spray. But again, they're not going to ever be that over-the-top melted metal, crazy, pigmented sort of shadow look. It's more just, you know, enhancing your natural beauty. I'm gonna blend a little bit in that outer corner. Then liner, I'm gonna use the Superhero liner right there and line this along my lash line, do kind of like a little bit of a mini wing just to kind of lift my eyes a little bit. I do really like this liner. It works very well. And I mean, even just that right there, very pigmented. Do tap off your brush. I'm bad about remembering to do that. You don't want excess product that's gonna fall onto your face. And as I'm kind of digging this into my lashes, you can see I'm definitely getting fallout under my eyes, but that always happens when I use a powder as a liner because it's like running it across, you know, I don't know, a brush or something. It's digging into your lashes, so it's kind of poofing it everywhere. So I'll just clean up under my eyes. Okay, I cleaned up under my eyes. What I love about using a powder as a liner is it just gives that kind of soft, diffuse sort of look that's so pretty. It's really a different sort of look than a pencil or a liquid liner. It's beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply some mascara and I'll be right back. Got that on and I used my beloved IT Cosmetics Superhero, and I just realized actually, I mean, all these products I'm using on my face, they're all IT Cosmetics. Because to start with, I used my CC cream that I love and use almost every day. It's my favorite. Now for some concealer. So I'm gonna use the concealer in here. I believe that this is their Bye Bye Under Eye. This is not my favorite concealer. It's very, very thick, very full coverage. But it's just not my absolute favorite for how thick it is and just kind of the texture of it. But it, you know, I can make it work for sure. So I'm gonna start with Fair Light. Less is more with this. I'm just gonna start applying some of this. And then after I get this on, I will go back in with Medium Tan, just because it has a nice kind of peachy sort of a tone to it, just to kind of get that sort of a color correcting property. I do like that this is in there though, because, you know, then you have your kind of all-in-one sort of palette other than mascara, and if you want a, you know, a base like a CC cream or a foundation or something. But I'm typically not a big fan of potted concealers, but for this sort of palette, I do like that it's in there. Applying just a little bit of the Medium Tan with my fingertip, just kind of right in that darkest area where I have the most discoloration and kind of shadowing. And then I'm gonna set my face with the Bye Bye Pores powder. I love this powder. One of my very favorites. It's one of my go-tos for touch-ups. It is beautiful, so smoothing, such a great powder. I actually keep one of these in here with me when I'm filming for touch-ups because it just takes away that shine without making your makeup look cakey. It's so pretty. Apply just a little bit of lower lash line mascara, and I use the CoverGirl Clump Crusher for that. Okay, now the bronzer. So this is the Bye Bye Pores bronzer in Beach. And just applying this into kind of the hollows of my cheeks. Ooh, this is so pretty. It's a little bit of a glow to it. Beautiful. I've used this several times, but I haven't looked at it under bright lights to kind of be able to see this. I think this would be really pretty for summertime too. That's pretty. One of my favorite things in here is this blush. Probably my favorite thing in the whole palette. I love this blush so much. It's a beautiful pinky shade. So I'm just gonna kind of dab sort of like in the middle of it to kind of try to get a little bit of the highlighter, a little bit of the color. Just gonna build this up slowly because this is pigmented. It has a beautiful glow and just a beautiful pinky look on the cheeks. Isn't that the prettiest color? I love that. And the highlighter in Brilliant, the Hello Light highlighter at the bottom there. Ooh, this is so pretty. It's got a pinky tone to it. I like this a lot. And I go back in with my blush brush just to kind of blend those together. Just kind of go over the top of it a little bit. I'm also going to put a little bit of that on the inner corners of my eyes, just for a little glow there. Battery finally died in the middle of that, so if I moved, that's why. This just has the prettiest kind of almost lavender, like a cool toned pink look to it. It's beautiful. And last up for lips, I think I'm gonna do a little combo of these two over here. Just kind of a little combo of them. I'm gonna start out with Bliss and apply this, and then I'm gonna go over it with Pure Joy. This is such a cute pink. That's a very sweet pink. Okay, now I'm just gonna add a little bit of Pure Joy. Can I make a mauve-y sort of color? We're really just playing with makeup. That's what we're doing. These are nice and hydrating. As I go to stick it up above my lip line, darn. And just for fun, I'm gonna add a little bit of Bliss right on top. Just kind of a little combo of both of them. There, I like that. And this feels nice and hydrating and comfortable on the lips. Okay guys, so that wraps up this video. So I hope that you really enjoyed it and I hope it was helpful for you. I would love to hear your thoughts on this palette. What do you think about it? Have you collected these over the years? If so, which one is your favorite? Let me know that down below. Let me know your thoughts. I always love hearing that. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.